Hello, hola, bonjour, ciao. How is everyone doing this week? I hope you had an excellent week. So today's video is going to be about hydroponics. So hydroponics is growing plants in water, kind of like this one right here next to me, or this one right behind me. And I'm just going to show you how I drown my plants without killing them. So let's get to the video now. So I am drowning my favorite plant in the world, which is this Monstera albo. And she is doing great. As you can tell, look at all those roots growing, and they are amazing. They're healthy, and the fish seem to enjoy them as they can hide in them as well. So it's a great option if you want to do like a wild type aquarium. And the best thing is because I'm drowning it, it wants air. So look at all the leaves that it's throwing out. As you can tell, that baby new leaf, and look at the leaf that it threw out about last week. It's a beautiful, beautiful leaf. Alright, so this is a Philodendron Florida Beauty. As you can tell, it wasn't doing very well when I got it, so I decided to put it right away in an aquarium. It had no roots. When I got it, it just had a node. And look at all the roots it got now, just because I started drowning it, and it's very, very happy. I'm actually gonna pot it in at the end of the video, so stay tuned and watch how I repot a plant. Alright, and here we have the roots of Guess the Plant. If you guessed a Monstera, you are correct. Monsteras do great in water, at least in my experience. This is a Swiss cheese Monstera or a Dasani Monstera. It's one of my favorite plants. And yeah, you can see how well it's growing. It's actually growing a new leaf, which it's great. I love it. Another plant that does great in water when I drown it is my Lucky Bamboo. They are cheap, they are hardy, they are great plants, and yeah, they're amazing. One of the leaves is dying right now, and that's pretty normal when you put plants in water, so it's okay if you see a couple of leaves dying. Another contestant that I am drowning in my aquarium will be the Queen Pothos. This is actually the first plant I started hydroponics with. So it's kind of like what started this whole idea, and it's doing great. It's happy, as you can see, and it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful plant, and look at the roots. They are amazing. Okay, let's just change aquariums. Now you're looking at my 5.5 gallon Chili Rasbora fish. And here I am growing a Syngonium albo, which you can see on the top left. And then I am growing a Brazil Philodendron, which they are both doing great. They are slow growers, but they're doing great. So if you don't have an aquarium like I do, you can do what I did with this Meekins Philodendron albo. Just take a Tupperware container and fill it up with water, put some fertilizer to kill it. I'm just kidding, the fertilizer will just give it nutrients, and it will start growing like this one. It's very, very beautiful and an amazing plant. And if you have some money laying around, you can break your piggy bank and just buy one of this. As you can tell, it has a really good light. It has a motor in the inside which keeps the water moving. You put your fertilizers, and look how happy these plants are drowning in. Like, they look very, very well. And here we can see some Enjoy Pothos. They are doing very well. They're in my dark water 5 gallon bowl, and look at the root system. It's doing amazing. All I have to do is just put a little bit of fertilizer. I have a beta in there, so the fish poop helps as well. And yeah, as you can tell, it's very, very happy drowning in the water. Here's a little fun project for you as well. If you don't want to do the Tupperware or an aquarium, you can also do a waterfall like this one. You can put plants around it and they'll grow. Here you can see a palm, and it's actually growing in the water and it's doing great. It's happily drowning. And yeah, you can see how big it's gotten. When I got it, it was like 4 leaves pretty much. Moss is another thing you can put in your wood and it'll do well. And there I have more lucky bamboos, as you can tell. Alright, this is the plant I've had the most success with. It's a dragon scale alocasia. And I'm gonna show you, I made an experiment where I put this one in water, I drowned it, and I put another one just in dirt. Look how big it is compared to my hand. So I'll show you the other plant that I have. Exactly the same. They were the same. They were sister and brother pretty much when I bought them. Look at the big difference. Look at the size difference in leaves, in how many leaves there are. So it proves that hydroponics sometimes can be a great thing for some plants. Changing of scenery, this is a paludarium I have with all my Santa Isabella dart frogs. You've been hearing them in the background pretty much throughout the video. These are heartleaf philodendrons, and these are Brazil pothos. You can tell the variegation of yellows and greens. And the thing is, they are not touching the water. It's just because it's very humid, they can grow their roots in there, and that's perfect. Here we have my 33-gallon Tetra tank. As you can tell, look at all those roots. They're from an aerial plant. Guess what plant it is? If you guessed a pothos, you are correct. This pothos is a golden variegated pothos and is doing amazing. As you can tell, look how long it is. Part of it died just because there's not getting enough light, but look, as soon as it starts getting light, how many leaves it's getting. But it's an amazing plant. This is wood with balls that I bought at a market, and I decided to put water, and this is where I'm doing pretty much all my tests on new plants or to see how they grow. And you can tell here I did an invention of just putting a little bit of like an aquarium plant plastic thing that where the plants come from, and a piece of lead to hang it in. And yeah, it's just a testing site pretty much, but let's see what happens. Alright, as promised, I'm gonna show you how to repot a plant that was drowning. Just take a pot like this one and just put it on the table. Perfect. After you take the plant that you want to repot, that you were drowning and you want to repot, there you go, just like that. And you put it right next to your pot, just like that. Perfect. Okay, then you take your clay balls and you just place it next to your plant, just like that. Perfect. Alright, so this is some dirt I made. I put some clay balls, some just black dirt, some perlite, some sphagnum moss, and a little bit of bark, and I mixed everything together, and it's a well-drained dirt. So yeah, just get your hands dirty, and it's a perfect mix for dirt. Alright, so we're gonna take our pot, and we're gonna clean it, obviously. As you can tell, I cleaned it. And we're gonna put our clay balls inside of it. Some of the clay balls are small, so you're gonna make a mess probably just like I did here. I know, I should have thought this through, but too late. Okay, so next we're gonna take our dirt that we mixed carefully, and we're just gonna put it in there, and you're gonna make sure you tighten it a little bit like I'm doing there, just so there's no air pockets that could create root rot, and we don't want that in our plant. Okay, after you're done with this step, you're gonna take your beautiful plant that you were drowning in water, and you're finally gonna give it some dry dirt. There you go. You're just gonna make sure the roots are all covered by the dirt. And you're gonna put a little bit more dirt to just, again, to cover any roots you see. Perfect, just like that. You're gonna make a little bit of a mess, but it's okay, you can clean it after. And yeah, again, you wanna tighten it in a little bit, so it's not, see how I'm doing with my fingers and I'm making it a little bit tighter? There you go, see, just like that. You don't wanna over tighten it, it's just enough so you remove the air pockets. You wanna take our plant and you want to put it back in the water in the aquarium to drown it. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding. How dare you? You want to look for a nice dry place and you place it wherever you think is going to look good. Make sure it gets a lot of light. Mine is right next to a south window, so it doesn't get direct light, but some light. And perfect. That's a no-no for your dry plant. Okay, so if you made it to this part of the video, thank you very much. I hope you had fun and you learned something. Again, it's not rocket science. What I was doing is just growing plants in water. I find the best plants to grow in water are philodendrons, monsteras, pothos, obviously lucky bamboos, and I've had some success with syngoniums and alocasias. So those 6 are probably my top recommendations if you want to start doing hydroponics. And yeah, pretty much that's the whole video. Next video is gonna be a really good one. I'm gonna go to Toronto's expo on Sunday. So yeah, I will make a video. Hopefully I'll see some of you there, and I will see you in next week's video. Thank you very much. Hope you liked it. Again, like and subscribe, and if you want to leave a comment, please do. It will help my channel a lot. Alright, bye. Thank you.